Hi guys, this is Amrita Ganguly here, and I am so happy to be doing a live with people over here for Healclinic. Let me see if I can add. Okay, so today I was going to talk to all of you all about uh, anxiety. What is anxiety? Anxiety is especially when I do not know how to react to a situation, right? So let me check if I can still add on Dipti. Dipti, if you are hearing me, are you on the broadcast list? Okay, thank you so much. List. So if you can, please log into the broadcast list. Okay. Otherwise, let's have a chat. When is the time that we feel anxiety is when we do not know how to react to a particular situation. So what is it that we could do to handle anxiety? Okay. Anxiety is one issue which can be completely handled by us. So there are two phases of this issue. One is when we exactly know the kind of person we are dealing with. We exactly know what to say, how to say. So there is less of anxiety that we feel, because the feeling of anxiety happens when we have the feeling of unknown. Okay, that's one. Secondly, you have this feeling of anxiety or your body being not at ease when you cannot control things around you. So let's check how to do these two things. Firstly, I'm going to be talking about how do you know what kind of a person you're dealing with when you just look at a person. Okay, so I'm going to be using a couple of utensils that you can see, and I'm also going to be explaining to you the nature of the people. So if you see a lot of people using completely white, that means the person is very straightforward. The person likes to be addressed to the point, and so you know how to deal with this kind of a person. The person who likes has this little bit of gold, that means the person likes a lot of glamour. That's the kind of the person he is. So you exactly know when you're talking to the person how you are supposed to approach that person. So not only utensils, when you see the clothes of the person and you find this person wearing plain colors, you know this person is an absolute no nonsense person. So you have to talk to the point to this person. If you find a lot of glamour, you find a lot of bling, you find a lot of gold shimmer, then you know this person belongs or likes the bling or the fame. So you have to butter ego of these people. So you know how to deal with this kind of people. Now you can see the board. Supposedly you've entered an interview, okay, and you see the board of the person or the laptop of a person, and you find it very flowery, okay. Or if you see somebody continuously using utensils like this, which is very flowery, so this person belongs to the world of fairy tale. This person likes, anything that you have to tell this person or convince this person has to be knit around a fairy tale or a story. So whenever you're talking to such a person, even on their clothes, if you find a lot of flowers and a lot of fairy tale-ish color, you know that you have to sit and talk to this person in a fairy tale language. Alright? Now, if you find a lot of geometrical figures on a person's either utensils that the person is using or the clothes, okay, then you exactly know that the person is very analytical. So if you have to crack through an interview or you have to convince that person, get permission, you have to give a reasoning behind what you're saying. If you do not give reasoning the person, you will never be able to convince such a person. So you have to give proper reasoning for that person to agree to what you're saying. Alright, so that's something that y'all have to be very careful about. Then even the kind of nail polish, you find a lot of people applying French. So if you see people applying French nail paints, or you see people applying very limited colors, then you know this person is somebody who talks very limited and is an introvert. So when you talk to such a person, please do not overstep your space into their space. You have to keep to your space and be very careful as to what you're talking is, and is not intruding their space. You have to take permission for entering their space. If you follow these norms, I'm sure this person will want you in their space around. So see, once you know the kind of person you are dealing with, once you look at the person, you understand what that person is, you exactly know how to approach that person, either at work or in your personal life. It could be your friends, it could be your parents. A lot of time we have issues that we do not address with our parents because we do not know how to approach them, how they're going to react to a particular situation. So first you need to understand what is their nature and how are they going to react to a particular case or a situation, and then you go about talking to them. Now, you find a lot of people using glasses with wide mouths. This means a person is very open, okay? Or if you find a person wearing very loud colors, so this person is very loud, open, confident, people's person. So you know you can easily go and talk to this person very happily and with ease. Anyone, if you all have any questions regarding a situation that you all are facing with anxiety, please post your questions and I will be more than happy to help you all out. Okay, now if you find people using these kind of glasses, that means these people are not straight, okay? And any simple questions also asked to them, they will never answer you in a straight fashion. So you will find difficulties in handling such people, okay? You will find these people on their desk also, they will have very confusing artifacts, okay? A very confusing, a lot of colors which creates confusion. Such people, when you employ are working with, you will find that these people create a lot of confusion or are confused themselves. Even by the geometrical figure that these people wear, incomplete circles, you know that something is incomplete or these people are confused about certain things. So you exactly know that they require support. Now, since I still do not have any questions, let me give you some very interesting tips about how to control anxiety, how to manage anxiety in your daily life. Anxiety basically begins with your solar plexus. Solar plexus, the color is yellow, and the emotion that is related to solar plexus is about your power. Alright? So, when you give away your powers to somebody, that is when fear arises, and that is exactly when you feel anxiety. So what do you do to control this fear? You can introduce more of wearing yellow color clothes, okay? The more you wear yellow, you will be taking control of your power and your life back into your hands. Our female colleagues can wear yellow clothes, yellow purses, yellow jewelries. Our male colleagues can wear yellow shirts. If you are not comfortable wearing yellow, you can also carry a yellow color handkerchief, okay? Put yellow color on your northern wall, okay? This will also bring back a lot of your power that you've given away. Put yellow color outside your door to bring in happy energy, especially stuff like yellow sunflowers. Okay, now you can introduce a lot of yellow bananas, lemons into your life. If you're feeling too much of anxiety, you can light yellow color lemon peel over kapoor in your living room, which is going to diminish this feeling of fear, feeling of anxiety. You can take a little bit of kapoor and light orange peel if you're feeling stagnancy with your creativity, and you will again start feeling very creative. If you are in a space or a meeting where you have to enter a meeting and you have no time to light kapoor in your house, so what do you do then? What you can do is you can take a glass of orange and say your questions by holding the glass in your hand and sip it. This also helps you take a lot of decision quickly and efficiently. Alright. Alright, I have a question. So I have somebody asking, if you have a family member who always creates anxiety and fear into you, then what do you do? This is an excellent question because you're sharing the same space with that person. So, two things that we could be done. If you want that person to become sweet and nice to you, what you can do is write that person's name on a chit of white paper. Take a small jar. The jar always has to be a glass jar. Pour honey and then put this chit inside the honey jar. Close the jar and light a pink color candle. Sit in front of the jar and meditate while the candle goes off. This will start making the person becoming sweet towards you. Again, another, since it was, Ganpati season, Ganeshi had come over, so I will give you a very quick tip that you can use with Ganpati ji. So Ganpati ji sits on a mushak, that is, sits on a mouse. Okay, so mouse is a symbolism of ego, of attitude. Okay, when a person wants to have control over you, the person will induce fear into you or create anxiety into you. So how do you cut this? Write the name of the person and put it below Ganpati ji. You will see slowly this fear going down, this fear reducing, minimizing. Alright. What another tip y'all can do with Ganpati ji is y'all can place his photograph inside. Once you open the door, the wall next to your door, okay, right opposite your door, you can put a Ganpati ji's photo over there. He absorbs all the negativity that you bring in while you've traveled the whole day. So the first thing that you see when you enter the house is Ganpati ji. So all the anger, all the tiredness, all of that gets controlled into your space. Okay, our next question. How do you handle anxiety in a child? Nitya, firstly, I would like to understand what is the kind of anxiety that the child is facing. Is it due to studies? Is it due to non-performance? What is the anxiety? Do you have any idea of what kind of anxiety is your child facing? Nitya, can you hear me? Alright, till Nitya reverts, let me give you a normal, general tip of if your child is feeling anxiety, what do? You put a yellow color hanky in the child's pocket. That's one, which is going to enhance the confidence of the child. 2, introduce a lot of mint in the child's food. 3, you all can use, make chocolate milkshake. Okay, introduce a lot of lemon in that so that it flushes out any kind of anxiety that the child is feeling. Okay, anxiety of exam. So if the child is facing anxiety of exam, what do is you take a yellow color hanky. Sesame seeds, yellow sesame seeds is what you will put in the hanky with a little bit of salt. Okay, you will tie this hanky and give the child. So the yellow color sesame seeds is basically to reduce the kind of fear the child is facing, and the salt is to reduce the negativity from in and around the child. So once the child, not only the child, in fact, people who are into sales or meet a lot of people or attract a lot of negativity can carry this portly with them. A yellow color hanky with sesame seed, which reduces the fear in a person and enhances the creativity, and salt, which does not let other people's anxiety, fear, negativity to enter your space. This is something that you can do during exam time. There's this one very nice drink that you can give your child to drink is warm water, little bit of honey, with a slight bit of kali miri, black pepper into it. This will definitely enhance the kind of concentration power the child has, and also develop the love for studies, because he would see that he is able to concentrate and perform much better. Now, these are the couple of tips that I had. Any more questions that y'all have due to anxiety? Now, a few more tips that I would like to share. We face a lot of anxiety when we are about to give an interview. So, how is it that we deal with that portion? So, take a bay leaf or a tej patta. Write your goal on that. Okay, fold the bay leaf and carry it with you. It will reduce a lot of anxiety in your space. It will also make sure that you give your best performance for the interview and impress the interviewer. Once you're done with the interview, you come back and light this bay leaf over kapoor. You can do this also for in your daily life. You can take one bay leaf every day. If you're having office issues, if your friends are upset with you, you can write the goal on it, carry it with you throughout the day. This basically enhances and makes the day happy and friendly for you. Come back in the evening and light it over a kapoor. Now, if you're having troublesome boss or irritating colleague, a lot of grapevine going over in your office space or building space or wherever you are, two things that you can do. Wherever you're working from, you put some alum in that space. Okay, so supposedly in the morning you put some alum, by evening you throw that alum away in the dustbin. This is going to absorb all the negativity in the space, either at home or at office, and enhance your positivity. Okay. Secondly, if you have too much of grapevine going on in your space and you're really not liking the kind of things that is being spoken about you, take a glass bottle. Okay, fill it with a little bit of vinegar and a little bit of water. Write the name of the person who is spreading tales about you with that pen. Fold the paper away from you, holding it in your right hand. Put the paper in the bottle and put it in the freezer. As the bottle freezes, all the negative action of people doing negative things about you, saying negative things about you will start freezing. So I have Dipti's question. How do women handle anxiety when it happens for no reason? Dipti, when it happens for no reason, Deepa, when it happens for no reason, what I want you to do is place your hand over your solar plexus, okay, and say, I am able, okay. Another quick tip, when you feel anxiety, what you can do is write or scribble your anxiety. Suppose draw yourself, okay, and wherever you're feeling anxiety, you will start scribbling that area, okay. And while you're scribbling, I want you to move your pen outside your aura that you Right. So outside your aura that you've drawn, suppose this is your figure that you've drawn and you're feeling anxiety in your tummy. So you will start doodling from your tummy, and I want you to phase it out outside the body that you have created. Before you start this, you can measure the anxiety level on a scale of 10, and once you're done, you will again measure the anxiety level on the scale of 10 and figure how are you feeling about it. Okay, otherwise you can write on a tissue paper all the various thoughts that you think you are feeling this anxiety about, or people that you're feeling anxiety about, and flash it in your commode. Do this over a month, about 34-35 days, and you will definitely feel relieved Okay, you will see the difference immediately after you've done it even once. This can be done to remove any negative people from your life or a situation that you're trying to come out of. Write about the situation, write about the person, and you will see that you're able to flush the situation or the person out of your life. Okay. You also feel anxiety, Deepa, a couple of times when you're not stable. So one quick tip to stabilize yourself, what you can do is 2 minutes during in the morning or in the evening, whenever you have time, take a stroll on the grass or on the mud barefoot. This will stabilize you and reduce the anxiety feeling that you're facing. All right, any more questions that I can take? Any more questions, anybody else, before we say thank you and I ask you all to post your questions if you all have any more about anxiety that you all are facing related to anything else? Um, How do you handle anxiety with senior citizen? Two things which give rise to anxiety in senior citizen. One is loneliness. Another is the feeling of I am not good enough. Okay, so one thing that can handle this, all right, especially the feeling of illness and death. So I am not good enough basically is where it stems out from. So, the doodling effect works very well with them. So, you just draw an outline of their body, okay, and you will ask them to doodle this feeling out. That is one way of doing it. Secondly, what you can do is you can introduce orange juice in their lives, in their food, which will create the anxiety to work, the creativity to work, which will reduce this feeling of illness. Thirdly, you will light on kapoor. You will light a little bit of long, okay, around them, which will enhance this energy and not let them go into depression. Also, if you could slightly play drum sounds or flute sound around them, this will also reduce the feeling of anxiety in elder people. If you're playing the drum sound, it has to be played in the southern region. If you're playing the flute sound, it has to be played in the northern region. Playing the drum sound will also create balance and stability in your house. Playing the flute sound in the northern region will welcome a lot of new opportunities and a lot of new things, new projects into your space. Any more questions if I could answer for all of you all? So, what y'all can do on a daily basis, one more last tip for all the working people and people of all ages is y'all can get up in the morning, whatever time y'all get up, y'all look into the mirror and say your name. So I would say, Amrita, I love you. This is going to enhance the feeling of courage, encouragement. A lot of fear gets diminished by this. You will see a shift in your confidence if within a few days once you start doing this. You can hold yourself, look into the mirror and say, Amrita, I love you. So you say your name and you say, I love you. And this is going to bring a huge shift at how you look at yourself and how people look at you. Another thing that y'all can do is y'all get up in the morning and say Om Surya Nama and offer water to the sun and look at the sun from the curtain of the water. Okay, this is also going to enhance a lot of courage and a lot of valuing yourself, okay, and bringing in a lot of fame into your life. So if there is any more questions, please post it to me. I will be very happy to share all the modalities, helps that you require, more tips that you require. A couple of crystals that you can wear to reduce stress is you can wear honey calcite, you can wear carnelian for creativity, you can wear citrine to enhance the money making power, okay? You can wear yellow agate for power. You can wear, say, if you have issues with stability, you can wear red jasper or bloodstone. So, this is Amrita saying goodbye and thank you for now. I would really want all of you all to post more questions. Stay connected with me, and I will be very, very happy to help you all however I can. Thank you so much.